basic to the communities across the country, by the way, not just one place. The dog has to be paid for. Is it for its lunch? Is it for its supper? Or what?
So respond to the fuel of the dogs.
Come again?
The dog issue.
The dog, I'm also wondering why, because we offer these services free.
He says no, it has never been free. We are giving you information, the dogs are paid for. Very expensively.
We shall investigate.
No, what you have to do, you need to update the community on what it takes for a common person to get that dog. We are telling you the dogs are very expensive in our areas.
Actually, yeah,
yes.
For some places, because of these dogs being expensive, they have formed duties. So that when it happens, they have the money
for the dog
to look for the services. So they are paid for.
And it is not indicated in their financials. It is off budget. Yes, IGP, proceed.
Find out where the problem is and rectify.
But we are surprised the IGP did not know that the dogs are paid for.
No, I think, Honorable Chair, what the issue has been transport for dogs, carrying them from the station, where officers sometimes get constrained if actually the locus is far. But we have tried to procure specialized transport equipment for the canine, and we are going to start distributing in the rural areas because we want these dogs to help, especially in the PDM.
In the PDM,
Yeah, because they... No, the enterprises...
Chair, I think the issue is not about the transport, because they would be charging different prices for different areas. But it's like standard.
On record that the dog services are free.
And we make the public aware.
And the outcry that time was that we should spread out throughout the country. We are lucky we have achieved 95% presence now. And therefore, the people who are paying for these dogs are actually encouraging that vice to continue. Because we keep telling
No.
Chair, I think the accounting officer is running away from the truth.
Madam Chair, we speak for the people.
Let Honorable Mero speak first.
The accounting officer, if they had given instructions to the police station, you have a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of airtime on these government radios. You never pass that information to the people. You leave it with us here, and we also have other things to do. Please pass the information, sensitize the public, because otherwise we are suffering. When someone fails to raise that money, the next thing is my MP will send it for me. Honorable, please send me money to get a dog because I was robbed. If they are OC dogs, tell us that they are OC dogs because the money is paid and there's no receipt given. If you want to institutionalize it, please have a receipt book. Let them give us a receipt that we have paid, and you get that money for government to use as non-tax revenue. But when you just take the dogs and take them there, they tell us we don't feed these dogs on greens and what? We don't, they need fuel. I don't know when dogs have started taking fuel or what.
Honorable.
Chair, I want to give an example. I had a farm in Kachiri and I went for a dog at Kachiri police station. I paid money for the dog to reach my farm to come and investigate because there was theft in the farm. And there was nothing that was even detected. It ended like that.
Madam Chair,
you gave me
yes, Honorable.
the house. I am among those who contributed money to build for it, heavily, by the way. And the fact they are giving, it must be remedied by them. The truth is, you go to police, they will say that dog is there, but how do you transport it? And I'm happy if it is true, because I was in this committee with my boss, my former boss is here. By the time we were here, you were giving operation funds for police. DPC was 500. If now it is 2.5, and even Kalongo is inclusive on that money, there is an improvement on that, if it is true. But the answer and the issue on dogs is, can police afford transporting it wherever it is required, plus the care given to it? Because you train it. In Kalungu, we have someone who brought the dog after us building the house. Myself, I was fully involved. But they bring someone to train and everything, who stays at the station to manage this dog as it continues carrying out its duty, because it can lose its training. It's a police officer, but training is key.
Okay.
If you don't, so I think, Mr. IGP, the answer you must give this committee is that you have to get funds to try to give police at our local levels to transport it. And lastly, because I addressed the clear issue, you've talked about working on houses of police officers. You people give attention to new districts. We have colonial districts with those old buildings of police. The oldest airport uniports of 1945 are still being used by police officers. And I'm specific in Kalungu alone. It is a new district. 15 years, that's why our DPCs always run away. We have had the district for the last 15 years, and we have had over 80 DPCs in the 15 years because they don't like the place. But now to pray that as you budget, look at those new districts, Sironko, Kalungu.
Dogs we have resolved. He says we are not supposed to pay for them if there is
under which any money is paid to a police officer.
So we are saying for the
clearly
dogs.
that is what I need to put on record. If you ever pay police officer money and they are not giving you a receipt, or they are not giving you the bank account on which to deposit, that's a local arrangement for which we...
Okay, IGP, we get back to...
But what I know is that we have a stamp.
Bring the microphone, pull it closer to you so that you can...
What I know, we have a stamp, and all the letters that come to us...
If there is no ink,
stamped,
please buy ink.
and it comes in a file. So we shall cross-check and see why, particularly his letter was not stamped. Madam Chair, you asked about the relationship between police and RDCs. RDCs are actually the chairpersons of security in the district. So by that, it means they are supposed to oversee security in the district, and the membership are the police, the army where they are, ISO, and I think LC5 and COW, those are members of the district security committee. And that's how we coordinate security from the headquarters down to the district. You also raised the issue of fuel to our vehicles. Well, I think we need to start sharing some of this information, because all the time, and you people don't know that we give fuel to our DPCs. I know the fuel may not be much, but it's worth if we share this information, so that you also help us to monitor whether the DPCs are telling you the truth. Because they also take advantage. You know, they can maybe not even use the fuel and say there is no fuel. So I think if we join hands together, we tell you, okay, this month we have dispersed fuel worth this to every district. Then you see, you can even go the next day to ask the DPC for something. And if he tells you there is no fuel, then you know where the problem is. It may not be that we don't give. But
let him first respond, please.
So far, what we give ranges from, because it's not flat rate, because the sizes of districts differ, the terrain differ, but we give 2 million to 2.5 per month. Yes. Yes.
It's good, but it's very little.
That is what we give to.
But the usage of that fuel for this would be to find out, is that for a criminal arrest, or there is a specific operation that fuel is meant for? Because nearly everybody across the country, when you go to any police station, they will tell you if you are going to arrest somebody, you bring the what? By creation, by guidance.
This is what I want us to have the interaction, so that you know. Because these are for DPCs around. Then we have a bulk of fuel at the region. So that should any district have an operation or a need for extra fuel, they pick from the region.
Okay.
So it's there.
No,
And this
please
fuel
let him
goes
proceed.
up to the
Honorable members, allow him
sub-county.
proceed.
Because now we are going to sub-county and we issue fuel for the sub-counties. We shall share and you'll see what we...
Chair, the question is here is that...
Honorable colleagues, let
just a
him
second.
respond.
Thanks so
Let
much.
him respond
Thanks so
kindly.
much, thanks so much.
Let him respond.
The issue of community policing,
Good enough we have the enforcers of the law here, so please, they will enforce the standing orders. So IGP,
community policing, and of course issues to do with the accommodation and logistics. Yeah, what we are doing currently, one, to spread community policing, we are thinking when we fully implement the sub-county, then we shall have community go right to the grassroots. As you're aware, we have 2,190 sub-counties and town councils. And when you look at the statistics, you find that police is fully in about 1,000 something. Some sub-counties don't even have police. So that is a challenge that we need to handle. And we have 187 divisions and police districts. The political one is about 140 something, 46, 47. But ours is 187 now. So what happened is that we didn't get all the equipment that we wanted during these elections. We got few new vehicles, and we prioritized the new vehicles to the rural districts because we realized the old ones may not manage the terrain in the districts. So we swapped, we gave them new vehicles and then pulled back the old one. And the old ones are mostly used in... Yes, so thank you, Honourable Member, for noticing that.
Rigging of elections was we wanted high speed in the rural so that the boxes can be moved faster. It is two-way because...
Yeah, I think the issue of zebra crossing, the borders, we still need to sensitize these borders because, as you know, some even don't have driving permit. That means they don't even know the highway code. So if somebody does not know the highway code, there's no way he can respect a zebra crossing because he doesn't know. So we have done quite a number. The number I gave you is not only for the crime of stealing, breaking into. This includes even traffic offenses that I mentioned, only that we did not break it down. I think the accounting officer will talk about the NTR issue. Director ICT will talk about the SIM card. Of course, the budget. Our budget is normally not enough. The realistic budget, we have never attained it. But we try to live within the little budget. And what we are doing is that, one, right now we are constructing 1,200 staff houses in Naguru because we are trying to improve the welfare of our officers. Remember, we have a backlog of 38,000 housing units. And the money that we get can only build few in a financial year. So we shall still come back to you so that we look at accommodation as a project so that we quickly move in and then do something for our officers.
No, honorable colleagues, let him proceed with answering these questions, please.
He has not talked about
No,
Ukumi.
let him respond. Kindly allow. No, let him, Honorable Silas, please, let him respond. Yes, IGP. Honorable Songo will come in later. Please allow him to respond.
Then, of course, the other element used to be, uniform. I heard somebody talking about raincoat and so on. These days what we do is when we give a uniform, we give 2 pairs of this khaki, together with the boots, together with socks, together with the t-shirts and clothing. Now this warm clothing depends on where you work. If you're at traffic, you get raincoats and jackets. If you are on escort, you get double warm suits. If you are in a relatively better place, you only get a jacket because of the cost. We would have, provided everything to every officer, but we are also working within the limited budget. So we are slowly, progressively trying to improve the welfare of these officers. Madam Chair, I don't know, canine services. These are free services. I don't know how comes again our officers.
We don't know whether you inspect and monitor.